All right. Welcome back, everybody. Today, I gotta be honest, I don't know if I have a lot to really talk about. I mean, I have a lot to talk about all the time, and that's, one of my biggest issues right now, but it's all right. I honestly am thinking about turning off super fancy graphics. I don't like the frame stuttering that happens here. But that'll be a next time thing, I'm guessing. Anywho, for now, we're just gonna do stone. Yeah, that looks good. Anyway, as I said, these don't really have scripts, so I kind of jump around all over, and maybe I'll change that if I get feedback saying that it's not preferred. Totally not bothered by that one bit, Uh, but oh my gosh, this frame rate thing is horrendous. If I turn off super fancy graphics, what will that do? Will it do anything? Settings. Gotta love settings. Also, yes, my world name is Galaxy 2. Uh, Not because of the Super Mario Galaxy movie or anything like that. I've done a thing for a long time in Minecraft where I name it off of Super Mario Galaxy. I used to love that game so much. I mean, I still love it. Don't get me wrong. I really do love it. Also, why vibrant visuals but not ray traced? This must have come with the update. Bloom intensity? I have no clue what any of this means. No, none of that. Oh, man. I wish I was smart enough to... Yeah, I have no clue. I guess medium? Reflections I'm keeping ultra, because those are like the coolest things ever. Oh yeah, that makes it so much better. So the clouds are what were causing that issue? Strange. I think it'd be like the reflections or something. Alright, anyway, back to it. Yeah, I really love the Galaxy games. It'd be really cool if Nintendo made a third one, but it's probably not gonna happen. At least not for a while. They're gonna hear that I even mentioned their name in a video and I'm gonna get copyright striked. Jokes aside though, yeah, I don't know. I kind of I wanna do something a little different. You guys can tell me how you feel about it, but I've been reading a lot lately in my free time, so my upload schedule has been so inconsistent. School's been a big thing, and then I want to do other things in my free time that are, I don't know, I feel more productive, I guess, and guitar and reading has been among those. So I've been reading a lot of C.S. Lewis lately. I don't want to make this video about like too much about myself. I mean, obviously I'm talking about myself in every video, but like what I'm getting at here is I got baptized this last weekend. And it was a really great experience. I loved being able to actually confirm my faith and be part of something bigger than myself. But even before I got baptized, I've been reading a little bit of C.S. Lewis and just kind of, you know, expanding my knowledge, I guess, in a sense. I don't know, you could tell me if I'm wrong, I guess, but I've heard that C.S. Lewis is pretty top shelf stuff, you know, top brass, if you will. So the book I'm currently reading and what I'm planning to do with these videos, so this is the first in these series, or well, whatever it is. It's not really a series, I just, you know, something I'm putting together. But I want to talk about the first few chapters of the Four Loves. And you know, I'm not the one who's wrote any of this, so obviously this is all C.S. Lewis's stuff. It's not like I'm putting anything on screen, showing it or whatnot. I talk about a little bit of the quotes and stuff that I found interesting in the book. But yeah, I kind of wanted to go video by video with this, and the first thing that I kind of wanted to discuss in this video was just the affection love. C.S. Lewis goes so in depth. I you know, I can't describe exactly how in depth he goes, but it's a really good book. I highly recommend it, and I'm not even finished with it yet, so take that as you will. You can either make fun of me and say, oh, well, you can't recommend a book until you finish it, but I don't know. I have a buddy that took a look at it, and he also thought it was a pretty... Oh. Interesting book. And that was just from taking a glance at it, so I can't imagine that, you know, others wouldn't feel the same, but if that's the case, it's the case, I guess. I'm not gonna force anybody to read a book, obviously, but I can highly recommend it. And I have about 10 of his books that I gotta get through now. It's not like the biggest read ever, but it's definitely a big enough thing that you gotta kind of sit down and just take your time and read it, you know, and thoroughly read it. It's got a lot of stuff that I was not expecting to be talked about, but it's also got a lot of stuff that I think people need to read. You know, like I definitely think there's some interesting things that, you know, I never thought about in the book. And in the first chapter alone, it's not even talking about the different kinds of love yet. I mean, he gets into discussing how there's a gift love, that we as people have a gift love, and that's, you know, like he explains it as a father who goes to work, right? This father goes to work and he makes money for his family, to be there for his kids, to support them and give them a good life. And he sacrifices a lot of his time to do that. But that's out of the gift, you know? He wants to do that for his family. And then he also talks about, what was it? Need love, I believe. And that he explains as the kind of love that children have when they're scared and run to their mother. Doesn't necessarily have to just be their mom, but, you know, like mom, dad, parents. And I thought that was pretty cool that at first he was going to base the entire book off of only 2 different versions of love. And, you know, just like me, you're probably thinking, well, that's silly. Like, there's got to be more than just 2. And, you know, he talks about that too. He says, well, at first, this is what I was going to do. This isn't word for word, so don't like quote me on this or anything, but just want to throw that out there because, that's the kind of video this is. This isn't like 100%, researched, and this is just what I'm reading and what I'm developing in my little brain here. So, but yeah, he talks about how that's what he wanted to do at first, was just, make this game, and it was going to be this way. Make this game. What am I talking about? Make this book. Jeez. With the 2 different types of love. And he realized, well, it goes deeper than that. There's a lot more that love has. It's not just a need and gift love. So, and that's when it starts. It gets into the affection chapter. There's a lot more. Obviously, I'm not going to summarize the whole book because then what's the point of you guys reading it? So, you'll have to just read it. I think affection is like chapter 4, if I'm remembering correctly. I just read this today. You'd think I would remember, but things have been pretty busy as of late, as you could tell. Baptism took a lot of my energy. My grandfather came down and saw it, and I really was happy he was able to be there for me. But a lot of people, a lot of support, a little bit of crying on my end. I miss my dad a lot, so that was something that impacted me, and just having all that on my plate, it's been a lot. So forgive me if I misremember things and whatnot, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. I apologize for prematurely or late, either or. But yeah, so the affection chapter so far I thought has been pretty good. I won't talk about any other chapters after affection until the next video. The next video that I make will be about the friendship chapter, but I'm not finished with it yet. So friendship has been really interesting to read about, but affection is really described by C.S. Lewis as the kind of love that is in the day-to-day. Like the little love, the love that's like you give something to someone, you decide that you want to hold someone's hand, like those kinds of things. That's the love that is labeled as affection. Of course, C.S. Lewis being C.S. Lewis, he goes super in depth with it, and he even explains that while affection in its like soul form can be very, raw and emotional, it's also very dangerous because it can end up producing things like envy and jealousy, which, sorry, that scared me. I don't, it's gotta be the Enderman, huh? Oh, is it those things flying? What are those? I don't know. I haven't played this in a long time, so. Oh, lots going on. Okay. Anyway, I never looked at affection in that sense, and I think it's good that C.S. Lewis brings that to attention, because it's like, we typically think like, oh, love is this very, it's love. Like you can't have anything without love. And love is, in its purest form, it's never wrong. And I think it's good to bring attention to the matter that it's like, well, yes, love can be that. But there's other forms of love that aren't as natural, aren't as conformed to being right or wrong, I guess. You know? And affection is one of those. It's very highly emotional and very last minute. You know, it's not something that you just, you know, continually think about. It's kind of like, oh, you know, I've done this thing for a long time. Like, let's say you celebrate every week, let's say, right? Like a Friday. Every Friday of your week is a celebratory, oh, end of the day thing. And you don't really think about it much, right? And then when you start thinking about it, you're like, oh, wait, like, I need to change how I do these things. Like, that's how affection is. It's very small, very subtle. The love is there, but it's only there because it's not pointed out. You know? Like, the very mundane and little things are there because you don't point them out. Like, the fact that you're able to wake up every morning and start a new day. You know, you don't really consider it because, well, you know, it's such a little thing, and we take things for granted. We wake up and go to bed, wake up, go to bed, and hardly think about it, you know? And I think it's interesting to look at affection that way. Like, how can I change how I give affection, and how do I recognize when I'm receiving affection, I guess, you know? It's really interesting book. I love it. And I actually want to say one of the quotes from the book. I'd have it here with me. It's as if I'm reading it or something. Okay. Affection is chapter 3. So, chapter 2 and 1 I've gone through, as well as the introduction. That's probably why I thought it was chapter 3. But admire all the stuff around us here. Like, there's so many quotes in this book that are just like, oh, so inspiring. But just in the introduction, okay? C.S. Lewis writes, their joy, their energy, their patience, their readiness to forgive, their desire for the good of the beloved, all this is a real and all but adorable image of the divine life. In its presence, we are right to thank God, who has given such power to men. We may say, quite truly and in an intelligible sense, that those who love greatly are near to God. And this is just on page 10. This is the kind of layers that C.S. Lewis has. And I'm all here for it. I love it. And I'm so excited. I think Eros, I don't know if I'm saying that word right. Eros, is going to be a really interesting chapter. So just going off of this, if affection's chapter 3, obviously friendship's chapter 4. So Eros is chapter 5. But it's just interesting to me. That quote is probably my favorite so far in the book. Because, you know, I feel like everybody has a struggle, one with loving themselves. You know, you make a mistake and it's really hard to forgive yourself for it, even though you've done the most you could to show that you are truly sorry. And it's hard. It's something that weighs on the mind of any human, that I feel is of a reasonable and charitable morality, obviously. If you're not thinking about your sins and what you've done wrong to others, are you truly a good person? Are you trying to be a better person? I mean, there's so many questions you can ask regarding that alone, and it doesn't ever get easier. Because these things get more and more serious as we get through the book. But yeah, I really think it's interesting how that quote makes you think about how close we are, the likeness in God's image, how close we are to that, for one, and two, also just how in order to love, you gotta love yourself, but also others as much as you do yourself, or vice versa. As much as you love others, you need to love yourself too. Because any amount of hatred that pulls you from God, If you say you love everyone else but you don't love yourself, you hate yourself. How do you expect someone to not necessarily value you, but how do you expect them to have care for you, you know? Yeah, I mean, it's just, okay, get out of the way. He will not get out of the way. I don't know where this is leading, but we'll find out here. For now. I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, so that just being in the introduction is just really telling of how deep this book is, and I love it so much. And obviously, since we're in the chapter of affection, kind of want to talk about how he also discusses like the fact that affection can turn sour. You know, he quotes about how affection is the most instinctive of the four loves, because jealousy comes from it, and he explains jealousy as a dog. On page 60, he writes, for affection is the most instinctive, in that sense, the most animal of the loves. Its jealousy is proportionately fierce. It snarls and bares its teeth like a dog whose food has been snatched away. And why would it not? He also kind of talks about how, two brothers can be growing together for a lifetime, and jealousy can form just from the fact that they have different views when they get older. And he writes as well on the next page, but once change has thus begun, who knows where it will end? Affection gives us this big question of, well, oh, I don't like this. We're gonna do this. But it gives this big question of, is it truly, is it truly love? Or is the overabundance of affection and love what causes these downsides, the more negative aspects of the love, right? And I think it's pretty spot on to describe it as, well, very not negative, but it can turn negative, I guess is what I'm looking for there. Also, I'm gonna fix this before I forget how to do it. Okay. I need to find a better way to build stairs here. I've always been kind of bad with designing things here. Get some mossy stone. I need some light here too. Man, I love the water and the fancy graphics. It's so pretty. But yeah, no, affection is just interesting to describe it as the most animal of loves, you know? Like who could have thought that any of a human love could be animal in nature, you know? And I guess that is the point. Yes, it is nature, but it still just blows my mind. Like genuinely, how could you have expected it to be so volatile? And often, you know, people don't really think how animalistic as humans can be. You know, like we are very animalistic. It's kind of interesting to think about. And my controller. Stop doing that, please. What is that? Okay. Cool. I wonder if that actually... You know, that works for now. For now. We can totally change this up later. But for now, just to have light keep things away, we will do that. Cobblestone stairs. I love cobblestone for some reason. I love stone. I mean, that's what this whole castle is being built of at the moment. Yeah, and it also makes me ask myself, how can I avoid being too overly affectionate? How can I avoid jealousy? How can I avoid, I guess, anger? The strive of, you know, saying I want to give love and giving it forcefully, I guess. Like, I don't ever want to be forceful about something like that. That's not... I mean, it's not fair to people to be that forceful with something, you know? Especially something that serious, like... Dude, the noises, they get me. Okay, we're doing something here. I don't like things being so oddly shaped, so... Here's what we're doing. I don't know if you guys have different like views on the affection chapter, like totally let me know. I mean, there's a lot in there that, like I said, I cannot single-handedly cover in a Minecraft video, let alone I don't think I can actually, due to copyright stuff, you know, talk about the whole chapter like that, but it is interesting to just kind of give my opinions on it and my understandings on it, because I mean, how can you read a book and not pull anything from it? That has to be the saddest, like, form of misunderstanding there could be. I mean, obviously it's different if you don't know how to read. Like, I don't want people thinking I'm like making fun of that. I'm just saying, like, if you know how to read and you read a book and you don't pull anything from it, not even a slight little thing, I don't know, maybe your attention span isn't there, but you can't just read something and not think a single thing about what you're reading. Like, at that point, just don't read. That, or find something you can, you know, retain things from. I think that's important. I mean, even things I don't like to read, I still retain information from. And I'm not saying I'm some genius here, because, you know, I'm not. I have plenty of share of mistakes and stupid things I've done and stupid things I will continue to do that I really wish I wouldn't do. Especially coming off of baptism. I mean, I don't want to make any mistakes, you know? But it is something that could definitely still happen. Because guess what? I'm human. And we all are. So don't think for a second that you won't make a mistake. Because you will. And when you do, you know? Bear bad news here, I guess. But it's also good news. Because guess what? You learn. And I'd rather learn and make 1,000 mistakes and be taught something from it than just not learn a single thing. So that's how I feel anyway. Do I add... I don't know where I'm hearing this, zombie at. Definitely hearing it somewhere. I forget how to pick a block. Nope, that's chat. There we go. That is not what I pushed. Man, even with turning that off, this is still bugging. Okay. You know, I can just do this. This will actually... If I could sneak through here... Something is getting set on fire again. Okay. Just want to make everything as flat as possible in terms of this little waterfall I got going on here. Okay. I really don't like the new water physics. Kind of miss when it was just normal water. I don't know, I miss a lot about Minecraft that I think is not as good now. Anyway, no sense in complaining, I guess. Clear this out. Alright. Do I want to do that over here? You know what? Why not? Yeah, and then, you know, once I'm done with this book, I don't know what book I'm gonna choose next. I might choose one that one of my friends got me for my baptism. And I'm trying to remember. I think he got me the screw tape letters and what is the other one he got me there? Screw tape letters and two. Oh goodness, I can't think of it now. The Weight of Glory, I think, is the other one he got me. And that one actually sounds really interesting too. Like, very interesting to me. What in the world made that noise? Ew. They make babies of those now? That's not scary at all. And Minecraft is so different from when I used to play it. It's actually crazy to me. Don't worry, I will change little things, you know, later with this building. I don't want it all to just be straight brick. I have a friend who tells me all the time that it looks so stupid, and he wishes I would change it. You might have seen in my friends, or Minecraft with pals, I forget what I call it, but in that video, those buildings might look cool, but they only look cool now because I was given ideas on how to change them. Here, I'm kind of on my own on that front, which is nice because, you know, it gives me some practice time with building some cool things, but I'm definitely going to change the stone stairs to not look just like stone like that. It's kind of gross looking. Giant wall of stone. Dude, that thing needs to not do that. Probably put some trees over here or something. This will be another layer of stone. Why not? Just kind of, there we go. Let's change those. Cool. Alright, let me come up here. And like, I don't want the floor to just be stone like this too. Like, I'm gonna implement the cracked stone as well, and a little bit of the mossy cobblestone. I'm wondering if I should smooth out this side too, instead of smooth it all the way out to here. No, why not? Yeah, should I do it there? Let's do one more. 2 more. No. I don't know. Indecisive here. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, for now. What is up, bud? What you barking at me for? What? Okay. You want a bone? You know what, guys? I'm gonna make a dog. Or make a dog. I guess. Let's see here. I don't remember how to do this. Food, maybe? Be a good start? No. Goat horns. There's goats in the game? What? Yeah, I hear you, buddy. Hold on. Where would bones be? Tells you how much I play this. New version of Minecraft. Phantom membrane? You? No bones? Are they here? Yeah, they're in here. Okay, buddy. Where'd you go? How do I do this now? Alright, guys, I got a dog. Now, let's do this. Alright, buddy. I keep pushing the wrong button. What? What do you want? Here, come this way. Come this way. Come up here. Let's put you. Oh wow, that was fast. Alright, how do I make him sit? Hey, no, come back, come back. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Stay there. I'll be back. In a little bit. I mean, I'm not really going that far. Oh man. Fancy visuals. They really know how to kick your console into high gear. Man, are they pretty though. I mean, look at the reflection in the water. How do you not find that cool? And then that little zombie. Yeah. Also, I need to figure out what makes the fireflies. Because it'd be kind of cool to have them more around, you know? I do want to do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Because I want to put trees. But I'm not sure what kind of tree I want to put here. Cherry. Why not? Hopefully these kind of grow. How do I make these grow again? Bone meal? Ah, cool, except I did not think that through. Whatever. It's alright. For now, they're fine. I might have to break them down a little bit, but that's okay. What, bud? Talking to a fictional dog. As if it was my actual dog. That's alright. Check out this sunset, though. You know, I love sunsets. I really do. Good reminders that even though the sun sets, the light's going away, it'll come back. And it's not like the moon doesn't shine light too, you know? It's over there, doing its thing. Good old cycles. It is pretty. Cannot deny that. Alright, you know, I think I might just put a door here. I don't like these, scoundrels making noises. Let's see. If I can remember where doors are, that'd be nice. There's a cherry door. Does that really work? No, that does not. Whatever that is, please do not come any closer. We're just gonna put you there. No, never mind. We're just gonna put you there. For now. Till the bad guy goes away, you know? Oh. Is that a witch? I think that's a witch. Sorry, I must have, like, touched something that caused me to itch a lot. I'm itching pretty bad. I don't know why. So, apologies for all that noise in the background. Okay, that's what makes the fireflies. We're gonna snag you real fast, actually. And we're gonna lay you all around here because we don't like weeds. We like fireflies. Fireflies are cool. And it's kind of sad to me that they're, what, close to being extinct? Maybe not close to being, but it's just, it's a sad thing. I remember being able to go outside and, wow, look at the fireflies. Light pollution has taken a lot from us. Oh well, I guess. What can I do about it? I'm just one lone man. If I could do something, I would. That way I don't feel bad about breaking that one. You know, and I apologize for there being quite a while for me to get this video rolling, you know. Just, zombies is like the easiest thing to play in my free time. So, I play a lot of that. And since it's the easiest thing to play in my free time, that's probably been the most videos I've had out lately. And I apologize for that too. What can I do to not make this run super slow? Change the clouds, maybe? I'm not changing reflections. I don't care. Lighting and reflections, beautiful. Not happening. I have to find a way to make this more natural looking. Somehow. Some way. There we go, just had more water. Alright, how are these stairs looking? Two zombies. Interesting. We're gonna start building this up real quick. Oh no, my controller's drifting again. Guys, I got tired all of a sudden. Okay, I do not like doing this. Let's see. Oh, that's nice, actually. Okay. I don't know, I have to build up upon what I've done before, and then I don't remember what I've done before, so then it looks kind of silly, and then I still don't remember what I did. The joys of being so creative in your head that nothing really comes out the right way. It's alright though. No, we want purple. I haven't used the slab. Let's do this number. And then we're switching the torches to lamps. Let's do this. We'll do blue. We'll stick with green. But what kind of green? What looks better with cherry blossoms? Copper. Normal copper. Yeah, why not? Look at that. Why not put two here as well? Okay. See what I can get away with here. Can you walk under that? Can. What was that? No way that was part of the song. Also, what is in the distance over there? Oh, that must have been the moon. Yeah, that was the moon. Okay. That really, wow. That had me looking around my room like someone just drive past my room. That was not a noise I was expecting to hear. Literally sounded like a vehicle driving. Like, okay. Might have to do this instead. We'll see. Yeah, I might just stick with that. Let's see. Because I don't think you can walk under these. Yeah, no. Alright, bye. We're not gonna keep those up. We're gonna lower them one, actually. I think that would be... Oh my goodness. I think I have them backwards between consoles. Yeah. Let's break this down. Button one. Oh, okay. I'll just put one there. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. Why does that not look even to me? It looks okay. Alright. 2, we'll just do 2 on this one. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Alright, I say let's... Wow. Alright, let's just break everything what I want to break. Move that there. Cool. Alright. I'd say that's pretty good. Let's flip around here. Okay. This is just rough drafting right now, but I have a few ideas. Let's start here. 2, 3, 4, and over here. Where is this lined up? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite even there, but whatever. Didn't think about that when I plotted out this area for space, so that will be kind of on me. That's okay though. It is nothing but my own fault. Is the dog whining? Did they add whining to the game? That's actually crazy. What's he upset about? Just that he's not moving? I could see that being a thing. Okay, I'm sorry, Cherry Tree. I really am. But you're just not gonna fit there. We'll just have them built into the side here. Why not? Again, this is not how the whole thing's gonna look. It's just kinda what it is right now. Get so caught up with it. That other tree, I'm gonna feel really bad about breaking. Oh, buddy. What? Come here. Would being inside be better, or you want to come up here? Oh, that scared me. Alright, we're coming out here. Alright, I think I'm gonna end this, but it was great talking about affection. So, I think next time, like I said, I will come back and I'll bring friendship. So, thanks for watching, everyone.